Hey guys, welcome back to Lynch's Garage. Today we're going to do something different. Kind of tired of laying wax on, so let's do something different. Uh, what we're going to do is pull this spark plug here on this side, the front one, uh, because just to check it. I know the car's only got 38,000 on it, but I just want to check it because I'll tell you a story, short story here about Gorgeous, the Road Glide. Uh, like I say, I bought it brand new in 2017, May, and I rode it, 17, 18, 19. And then the summer of 2020, I decided maybe I should just check the torque on the spark plugs. Now, on the Road Glide, I can get at the two on the left side of the bike. The other ones are under the tank. You can't get at them. You have to actually remove the whole gas tank. So I said, okay, I'll just. I'm sure they're not far off torque, right? Because the factory never messes up, right? So I pulled one of the boots off, and I set my torque wrench up to uh, a little bit under what was required, but it was I believe I set it up to 130 inch pounds, something like that, 130. The top, as I've got here written, is 133, but I never do go to the top. I don't want to stress the threads in the block, the cylinder head. So I always go a little bit lower. Actually, in that one, when I did torque it up, I went to 127. So I went five below, of course, the 133. So what I found out, um, now it does say the minimum is 89, but that's kind of loose. What I did find out was both of them, they weren't exact, but they were around 100 inch pounds. I, I mean, the bike ran fine. I didn't notice anything weird, anything different, or any blow by or anything like that. But that was just too loose. I mean, when I put the torque wrench on, I went, "Oh, geez, it's still moving. What the heck?" I did almost a quarter turn before, or a little bit more than a quarter turn until it went click and tightened at 127. So you don't know. Sometimes, it gets busy at the factory and people forget to do things on the assembly line when they're building the engines. The new M8 Harley motor had just come out that year in 2017. That's the first year they released it, and it's a great motor. So you get tons of torque out of that thing. Anyway, then I decided, I did a little history about the old Vega, and I went back, and I knew they had quality control problems, and especially in 1972, same year I had mine, and it was in the Lordstown plant, I believe that's Ohio, and I just wanted to see, what were they doing back then, back in the day, around 1972, and to my surprise, I got it written here. Weren't they pumping out a brand new Vega every 36 seconds? Every 36 seconds. So per day, they pumped out 2,400 Vegas a day. Just, I mean, tell me something's going to get missed. I mean, that it was one of the fastest car assembly plants in the world at the time. They had a special way of to speed up the paint process. Obviously, they weren't doing them by hand. There wasn't a guy there painting them. They must have had spray booths or something, automated in some fashion back in the day. But yeah, that's how many they were pumping out. I thought, wow. So there was also a strike that year, and there was a big strike on there. So some of the workers were a little pissed. So you know what? They might not torque a certain bolt to what it should be. Maybe a spark plug's loose. Maybe the tie rod end nut is loose. Who knows? trying to get back at GM maybe because they weren't getting enough money. The pay raises weren't there. I mean, when you're pumping out a car every 36 seconds, holy jeez, you know, that's quite a bit. I think it was 100 cars per hour, they said. 100 to 108. They were meeting that deadline or that quota. No wonder the workers were pissed. Jeez, you got to perform like that. That's crazy. So I did do some research on the Camaro. The gap is 0.004. Now the torque specs is kind of out there right now. I'm not nailing down a real good number for the foot pounds, but a lot of the Camaro forums are saying don't go over 11 foot pounds. And I kind of want to caution on that side of it because that's the top, sort of the top of the Road Glide, and it's the same sort of size plug and everything. It's not the exact plug, of course, but AI is saying 15 to 18 foot pounds. I think you might be damaging some threads if you go that heavy. So I'm going to go on the side of caution until my manual arrives, hopefully at the end of the month. But I'm just going to take one out for now. And yeah, so this is very easy to remove. It's super easy. Yeah. So GM designed this pretty good. So all you got to do is remove your oil cap where you add oil for the engine. Remove that. Just set it aside temporarily because you're going to put it back on. You don't want stuff falling down there. So there's a pin here underneath this plastic. Actually, Bruce showed me. He gave me a little demo on this before we did the trade. So you just pop this up off the little pin. There's a pressure fit, and you just bring it forward. So the whole thing, and it's you can see underneath is all sort of protected with the same material the hood has. You know, this stuff here that helps. So I'll just set this aside. Put this right over here. Stand it up there. Don't want anybody to stand on it. Okay, so right here, I think you can get a view of it. So there's the plenum. Yeah, I was telling you about that before. The plenum. This even has some matting on it over here, just like a cap matting on both sides. I'm going to put that filler cap. I'm going to put this back on. It tells you what oil to put in there, you know, the 5W30. So we'll just snap that back on. Easy peasy here. There, that's on. Now, what I did some research, of course, this little white clip, if you can see it here, we have to move that. We have to press down on that and move that just back a bit. There we go. We got it off. And it's just a little, as you can see, if the focus is right, it's just a little clip that slides into the connector there to keep it from backing out. So I'm not going to have this anywhere near the engine bay because it could fall in somewhere and I never get it. So I'm just going to set it right here on the bench. Safe spot, right? And let's see, what do we have here? This is just a clip you press down on. Press down on this clip here with your thumb and you should be able to pull. There you go. There's your end of your connector, your purple connector there. And I'm going to need, I believe, a 10 mil to, I don't think I can pull this off, but I can get around there to get at that. So let me get a 10 mil. I think I got the right spark plug, the 5/8, I believe it's 5/8, but I need to grab a 10 mil here with my small ratchet. I'll just grab this one here. It's already got the length on it we need. And I may be wrong, but I think it's a 10 mil. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's a 10 mil. Yeah, I won't keep you here for the torque part of it. I'm not sure what this is just sort of hand tight, but this probably has some torque value. It's pressing down on plastic, so I imagine it's not too hard. You don't want to go too hard on her. And if I can see there, it's quite a long screw. And there is a little O-ring. It looks like an O-ring gasket. Is that an O-ring gasket? Yeah, there's an O-ring gasket part way down on it, right there. And it's supposed to stay there, I would imagine. I'm not gonna change the position of it. It's where it's supposed to be. I'll set that right there. Now, it's a matter of pulling the boot out, which came out very easy. So here's the boot. Let me have a look at that. Yeah. Yeah, you can smell the burn on it. You can see in there. You can see a little bit of white flash coming up here on the bottom of this boot. This is sort of a rubber. This part is a rubber type material. As you can see, I can squish it. But it looks good inside. The connector looks good and all that. Yeah. And that's basically your coil. Your coil's right here, and that's what fires your spark plug once it gets the the voltage sent to this plug connector. So I'm going to set this over here on the bench safely so it doesn't fall anywhere. Don't want that falling on the ground or cracking. And now, if I have a look down in here, I can see the spark plug. So let me lean on my old lamp, and it sure looks to me like a 5/8, but I believe, is that what I have on here? Let's take a check. Yes, we do. That's 5/8. And I'll know by going on it. If that's the proper size I want. And as far as I can tell, oh yeah, you got to go down. You got to press down quite far because there's a little rubber boot in there to help pull the plug out. But before we do that, this is fine. I'm going to blow this out too. What I got is just something from what they recommend this, and I'm just going to follow the rule. This is just called dust blaster. It just blows some air in at high pressure. Not super high pressure, but it does blow pretty good. And what you do is blow in there, and if there happens to be any, I'll have a look here, but dirt or anything, this looks super clean. I might see a couple little specks down there, but nothing much. So what they recommend is blast this, and it'll bring any dust or anything up out of there, because you don't want anything falling into the cylinder, on top of the piston and stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to blow out this unit here. Do I have to peel this off or something, or what? I guess I do. Peel this off to start. There we go. Okay, now it's working. So shake it up a bit. I'm going to blow the socket just to make sure there's nothing in there. Nothing. There's nothing in there. Okay, now we're going to blow out the plug area. And it looks, if I can get back up here a little bit, let me have a look. Oh yeah, she's clean. Whatever that little speck was, it appears to be gone. It blew it out, from what I can see. Yeah. Okay, so that speck was a little black speck in there, very small. I mean, it would probably just burn off, but I'd rather, let me check her again. Yeah, looks okay to me. Maybe give it one more shot. Second now. One more shot for good luck. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so let's get that light there like that. with the most light on we can right there. Let's put this duster stuff away. And let's see how a plug comes out. That is what? That would be 8 plus 5, 13 years old. Now I can go with the super long extension. Why not? I got this old one here. Why not? I'll just go with that. But you know what I was going to try? Would be a cool thing to try. Would be to see. Now I got this torque wrench set to 130 inch-pounds. Now the max, that would be 130 inch-pounds. Gap, that'd be, so 133 is 11 foot-pounds. 133 inch-pounds is 11 foot-pounds. And my big torque wrench only goes to as low as 25 foot-pounds. So I have to convert to the small guy here and then convert 11 foot-pounds to inch-pounds. So what I'm doing, on just erring on the side of caution, I'm going 3 inch-pounds below what is 11 foot-pounds. So I just want to see if it actually clicks when I go on to this spark plug. Get her down there like this. Well, let's just listen, see if it clicks. It does click. So we know that it is torqued at least to around 11 foot-pounds. So we're good with that. That's all I want to know. I'm going to wait till the manual comes in before I go around and do all the plugs. But once we take this one out, we're going to see, I'll probably clean it later. There's many different ways you can use some spray stuff, like not a contact cleaner, but actually they say WD-40 will clean it. WD-40 will remove all the soot and stuff like that. You just got to be careful. Now, from the factory, all these plugs come pre-gapped. And the gap for the Camaro V6 is 0.044. So in the old days, here, I'll show you this thing. This is this little thickness right there is 0.046, which is a little wider than what you need. Now this old rig, I think I've had this since the Vega days. I used to use this on the Vega. I used to use this on the TR6. This little this part here on it, well, you would put it onto the top part of the spark plug, and you could bend it to close the gap between the center conductor. You close the gap or open the gap with that little tool there. But I like using this one because it's graduated. As you can see, it starts here at 0.02, and then it goes up. As this thing gets thicker, it gets thicker all the way as it goes up like that. So it goes from 0.02, like I said, to all the way to 100. And you're not going to get a spark plug that with a gap that thick. So ours will be sitting, when we measure this one, once we pull it out, we should be sitting about, 0.045, something like that. We should be sitting right where my thumb is, right around that thickness there. That's where we should be sitting. And they do expand over time. I mean, the car's, it's got 38,000 on it, so chances are it probably did expand a bit, but we'll see how easy she comes out. Let's try her. Let's give her a shot. I got her all the way down, seated, and I'm just gonna. Oh, she let go. She was a little tight, but she let go. Keep straight on it like that, and hopefully it'll stay connected onto the tool. And we will I can take this off now, and we will pull it out and just have a look. Make sure there's nothing here that's gonna fall down. There's nothing that I can see. No crumbs or crap. I can't see any problem there. Oh, there is a little twig or something over here. Get rid of that. Push that back down, out of the way. There we go. Let's keep taking it out. It's quite a long thread. They're quite long. You know, you got to unscrew for a while, and then you have to put it in by hand. You want to get back in by hand. You don't want to use the wrench on it right away. And look at that plug stayed right on it. Look at that, and she's burning nice too. Look at that, just a nice tan color. There's not a lot of soot on that at all, really. Just on the base, I'll show you that. Yeah, look at that. That's normal on the base. You're gonna have some because you can't burn it off the base. It's burning it off the electrode there. You know, it's burning it off that, and a little sooty at the top threads there, but that's normal. Yeah. So what they say on these plugs, they have a special coating on them. Yeah, they have a special coating on them, and you're not supposed to put anti-seize on them. No, you're not supposed to. So I'm going to follow the rule. That's what they say. And because I guess the washer, let's have a look here. Yeah, the way it's, yeah. So the way it's tapered down there in the block, there's no, like, a lot of the spark plugs will have a crush washer right here, like a crush washer. I think, I'm pretty sure the Road Glide had a small crush washer there, but this one doesn't. There's no requirement for it. The way they've designed the where it screws into the engine. I'm just checking the and there it is. That is the number 4109 AC Delco. There's a part number there. And as I found out just today, I priced these down at Steel. You know, you go into GM, you're going to pay premium price. These are $23 a piece. 23 bucks a piece. I thought, whoa, that's going to be around 139. Then I got to add tax to it. Geez, I'm going to be, I don't know, 180, 185. I don't know, whatever. So I thought, wonder if Crappy Tire has. They also recommend NGK Iridium. These are Iridium. NGK Iridium. So I went on Crappy Tire, and sure, I found the Iridium. But then I scrolled down a little farther. And didn't I find these? AC Delco? Same damn thing. 15 bucks. 15 bucks. And I thought, it's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Before the season starts, you know, mid-April, May, whatever, I'm putting all new plugs in her. All new plugs, and I'll keep a couple of these. I don't know, 2 or 3, if I go on a road trip, and I'll have all the wrenches with me, in case, you know, the plug goes foul or something. Who knows? I'll keep some spares, and we'll just put brand new ones in her. And same factory, same as the factory used, AC Delco, same part number. So now what we're going to do, let's just check the gap and see if it is 4.4, because I know that's consistent on the web. That's 4.4 is what everybody's saying. So get it here in the light. I'm not going to put any pressure on it or anything like that. And let's see, I'll tell you where I am. Right now I'm at 30. I'm going to go up to 35, still loose, still loose. I'm up to 40. I'm up to 40. And guess what? She seems to be tightening at 40 or 41. I think it's more like 40. She could be all the way to, it's definitely not 44. I see 40. So maybe when I get the manual, maybe the range will say 40 to 44. I like it closer myself. I always put it a tad closer anyways. If I had a range, I always put it closer toward the tighter range because you'll get a better spark, right? It's closer. it'll jump easier, right? So that's what it is, 40 then. Okay. And we know it's factory. Nobody's messed with it. These are the same plugs that came with the car when it was new. So now I'm not putting any anti-seize on it. I'm going to put it in here. Inside this 5/8 socket, there's a rubber boot that sort of grabs the spark plug and holds it. Yeah, kind of holds it in place so you can get it down in the cylinder. So you want to work this really slow. Just get down there like that. Make sure nothing's in your way. And just start threading it really slow. You know, if you didn't have any problem threading it and it went really easy, which I'm experiencing right now, then there's no cross threading involved. Just keep spinning it. These seem to work pretty good. You know, starting to tighten up now. I know they say the bullet ones, one of them can be, I don't know, problematic getting out. I don't know why. So there we go. We got it in there. We're just gonna have a boo down there just to say. She went right back in, no sweat. Yeah, she's right back in where she should be. Everything's all straight and even. Okay, so I know they say one is hard to get out. I think it's the rear one over here, but you just have to move something slightly out of the way to get at it. It's not going to be a problem. I seen someone do it online. It wasn't a big deal. So, as we say, we're going to 130. Let's double check that. 130, because we don't want to over torque it until we know exactly what we're supposed to be torquing it to. And I'm guessing it's going to be around 11 foot-pounds, or make sure it's all the way down. Just going to get this wrench orientated here. She's all the way down, and keep it nice and straight. And wow, that was quick. That's a hair under 11 foot-pounds. Done. That easy. Okay, so, and it's just the reverse order, guys. It's just this unit here. There's nothing you have to do with this. This thing is really clean inside. It's just got a little dust on the boot. You know, wipe that off. That's nothing. Yeah. And get that back down in place here. Get that hose out of the way. Make sure you're straight and true when you do it. Just a sec now. Let's see. I think that's it. She went right back in, seated right perfect. Yeah, she's lined up with the thread there. So we can put this little guy back in. The bolt that holds the coil in. Yeah, that's going right back. And being I'm going to change them anyway, I'm not going to go, like I say, I'm just going to snug this just a little bit. Just a little bit. Turn this like this. Bingo, bango. Get it on there. Lift that up a bit. Go like that. Yeah, I haven't really changed too many spark plugs in, in the old cars I did, but not. Yeah, that's not. Not in this style with the coil pack, right on the spark plug. I can't say I've done a lot, but it's not difficult. So now you just put your plug back in, click, plug clicks back in, grab your safety retainer clip. Don't drop it. And let's see, do I have it orientated? Yes, I do. And it's back in. It's all back together. Decent. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That worked out really well. So that's how easy it is to do those. I mean, you just have to be careful. You don't drop crap down there. And like I say, you pick up a can of this. Don't buy it from the hardware store because you're going to pay like $12, $15. You just go to the dollar store, $5, $5 for this dust blaster. It's really meant for like just to blow air. Like if you have a keyboard and a bunch of crap in it, you want to blow all the crap out of around the keys, and you want to blow some crap off the dust off your computer, whatever. That's what it's kind of designed for. But it also works blowing the crap out of your spark plug hole before you remove the spark plug. So that works too. Just gonna have a sip of tea here. Well, thanks guys for coming back. Just something small today, and tomorrow is tomorrow could be storm day. We don't know, or first part of the storm is coming in two parts or something. But we'll do something. Maybe continue. Maybe do a little bit more butter wax, or I don't want to get into that disc and brakes assembly on this side yet. I'll wait till February. I might do it early February, maybe the first week of February. Get that out of the way. And then I'm probably going to do both back brake systems, calipers and all that, repaint and clean them up and all that. Do that in March. I want to get those totally out of the way and done. That way I'm free for April, just in case we have an early spring. I want to get this baby out and give her a few runs on the old country roads and stuff like that, and see how she handles, and that'll be good. So, like I always say, guys, like each and every one of you, to stay safe out there. You know what I mean. Thunder Road.